Your host, your dance reviews, and today I'm back for another Let's Chit Chat video for today. We're also going to be answering a few of your guys' Q&A questions for today, leading up to The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 4, Silence the Whispers. Okay guys, so I want to do another Walking Dead Q&A video, and of course this one is also going to be a Let's Chit Chat video leading up to The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 4. So, I have seen the episode on premiere, so I will just kind of non-spoiler, as I usually do every week, kind of tell you guys what to expect from tonight's episode without giving away any spoilers at all. So if you're new here, that is what we do every week, and of course I'm super excited to get into some of your guys' Q&A questions, but before I do that, I do want to talk about one thing real quick, which is my comic book series. Just real quick before we get into the Walking Dead stuff. So, of course you guys know my comic book series was delayed. It is not going to be released at the end of this month. It is going to be delayed until probably the end of this year. So, you know, definitely there is some problems with that, and still, you know, have a lot of art to do for the first issue of my comic. So, definitely I will keep you guys posted. Just want to kind of update for you guys. You know, my comic is still happening. It's just, it's not going to be this month. It is not going to be October. It may not even be November. It probably will be December, latest, you know, January, most likely. So, unfortunately, that will be happening. I know a lot of people were looking forward to seeing it or reading it this month. That unfortunately will not happen. But of course, you guys will start to see some more information released about my comic book series once the months go on, and as well, mainly as the weeks go on. So anyway, guys, sorry about the wait for that. I know my comic is starting to get really long and a long wait for you guys, and I know, and I'm really trying my best to finish it as soon as I possibly can. But also, you know, also take it slow because I want to make sure that the art is good and that everything is, you know, where I want it and kind of done, you know, the way I want it. So, you know, and I want it delivered the way I want it delivered in the first issue, and just kind of certain scenes and stuff like that. So, anyway, certain pages and stuff take longer to make and all this kind of stuff. It's just, it's really just a delay at this point. So, I do apologize for that. But let's get into your guys' Q&A questions for today. But before I do, I just want to say for the episode tonight, expect a good episode, you know, in my opinion, and you guys will see my review on it, you know, tonight. It is an awesome episode. It is an awesome episode. It's an episode that, honestly, I think you guys are really going to enjoy. There are finally some comic book series stuff kind of starting to come in this weekend's episode. And we do see a lot of Alexandria, a lot of Hilltop, and there's a lot of action in this episode. There are a lot of questions answered in this episode too. I won't get into anything like that, but there are a lot of questions answered about certain things that people may have been wondering about and stuff like that is answered in this episode. Again, you guys will see in my review tonight what I'm talking about, but just to basically kind of recap, just to kind of just say, expect, you know, a very good episode, a very good episode tonight. Maybe in my opinion even better than episode 3 was. I think that this episode really just was, you know, an awesome episode, and I think that they really are getting better as the season goes on. So, Season 10, in my opinion, being, you know, one of the best seasons of The Walking Dead start, I think, to be honest, because even though I didn't enjoy episode 2, all the other episodes I thought, you know, so far have been really great. And from what I've been seeing from people, a lot of people really happy with this season as well. So, anyway, guys, in terms of the Q&A questions, and of course, I want to answer a few of you guys' Q&A questions you guys left. So, let's get started with that. Okay, first question for today comes from Riptide Reacts, who says, do you think in Season 10 or 11 we could see another storyline with Maggie mad at Negan, or will that be too repetitive? So, for Riptide Reacts, honestly, Maggie, you know, in her storyline with Negan, I mean, we're gonna have to see when she returns kind of what she's like after the time skip, you know, but I feel like at this point they're just gonna kind of scrap, well, okay, I feel like they'll kind of address it, but, you know, I'd like to see Maggie and Negan interact and actually have just like a conversation, not I want to kill you, Maggie, you know, or like, you know, Maggie, I want to kill you, Negan type of thing. No, I'd rather see a scene when Maggie returns of Maggie maybe has to, you know, work with Negan, like in a way like where Aaron did, like where Aaron was forced to take Negan out or whatever. Maybe like there's a lot of walkers or something. Maybe there's a lot of walkers at Hilltop when Maggie returns, and maybe they send, you know, Negan and a few other people because Negan, you know, Negan is very strong, obviously, and, you know, Maggie doesn't like that too much. So I feel like Maggie and Negan are going to interact more when she returns, but I don't know if they're necessarily ever, because of Glenn, are going to be okay with each other. I just don't think that'll ever happen. But I like the idea. I really, really do. Thank you very much, Riptide Reacts, for the question. And the next one comes from Brian Archam, who says, which TWD community would you live in? It could be from the past as well, I do believe, as well. So, in terms of all the communities throughout the Walking Dead series, I don't know, like, for Brian Archam, I'm just going to go with the ones we have right now. I mean, if I had to pick, like, throughout the entire series, I'd probably say Alexandria, because that is a really safe place. I mean, honestly, even with the whispers against them right now, Alexandria is a really, really safe place to live, because you have the walls, the metal walls and stuff. You have tons of awesome houses. You have, you know, not just one person leading. You have like a council, which I think is actually better. And then you also have, you know, really fancy homes, a lot of, you know, awesome stuff. You got Negan there as well to keep you entertained. So, I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, you go to Negan, you know, if you're having a bad day or something, just go to Negan. He'll cheer you up. You know, he'll give you some good jokes. So, anyway, that's all I'm saying. If I had like a really stressful day at Alexandria or something, if it just wasn't my day, like at all, if just things weren't going my way, I'd just go down to Negan or whatever, and like, you know, honestly, Negan would just fix everything. He'd just tell you a funny joke or good few jokes, and then you'd be good, you know. So yeah, I do like the idea though of having you know, a lot of different communities in the series. I think it's cool. But if there was one place I'd live at, it'd be Alexandria, and that's throughout the entire series. Another place though I would live at, like a runner-up, would probably be the prison, because the prison, yeah, the governor was going after them, but if the governor wasn't there, I mean, that's a pretty safe place. You know, if it wasn't for the governor, you probably could have stayed at Alexandria, yeah, at the prison for a while. You know, like Herschel said, you know, it's time that we start, you know, making this our home, you know? So, honestly, I don't know. I feel like Alexandria first, then the prison, then after that, it get kind of complicated. But Woodbury's safe as well. That's another place to be really safe. But Alexandria is the one I'd go for right now. Hilltop, I don't know if I do, because it's so small. Like, I don't know. Hilltop, it's just, in the comic book series, Hilltop was so big, and I feel like in the TV series, they made Hilltop look so small. Is that just me, or like, I don't know. I feel like Hilltop looks way smaller in the TV series version, but then again, you know, obviously the art made it look bigger in the comic, maybe, I don't know. And anyway, so, I'm gonna end the Q&A video here, and of course, that is pretty much it for the Q&A video for today, and as well for tonight's episode of The Walking Dead. Really, really exciting stuff. And of course, this video, by the way, is my Let's Chit Chat video number 99. So if you guys want me to do something special next week for Let's Chit Chat number 100, let me know, and I'll go ahead and do that. So because next week we'll be at 100 Let's Chit Chat videos, which I think is just out of this world crazy. So it's because of you guys that the channel has been going for all these years, to be honest. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Enjoy the episode tonight, guys. It's a really, really good episode, and I will be back with my review and my predictions for the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and of course, if you're new here, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead videos, and of course, I will catch you guys really soon for another video. Peace out.